Hey everybody, I'm on the Switch. How's it going? It's your pal Kyle here with another episode of Game Time, and doing this quick little video. I thought these are going to be some fun little controllers to show off, mainly because they're not well advertised, so there might be just one or two of you out there who don't know that you might have the ability to get these little controllers. I'm referring to the Nintendo Switch NES controllers here. Let me pull the camera up here. So you got the very NES looking Nintendo Switch Online, and you can get these if you are a member of the Nintendo Switch Online, their memberships. It's $20 a year, like $7, $8 for a 3-month deal. And I think you can only get these if you're a member of one of those. I'm not sure, you could even subscribe for a month and order these controllers. These do come from Nintendo themselves. I just got these in the mail recently. It comes from the Nintendo headquarters here in Washington, here in North America. So see a little bit of what they're about. You got that Nintendo Sea of Equality. It is not focusing, so never mind. My apologies there. And I kind of see a little bit about, not a whole lot package-wise. Got the upside down Nintendo logo there, so it's pretty plain. But I kind of like these as a display themselves. I think I think this is pretty neat. I actually might just keep them in there like that. Not that it's too wild or anything, but I kind of like them. So I already opened them up just to give them a charge and to make sure that they work and everything, and they're perfect. They are pretty much, being from Nintendo, exactly like the NES controllers you might know and love. Look at that, that is nice. Got that nice mushy D-pad there. You got the start and selects. A and B sound pretty clicky, but this is also a Switch Joy-Con, so you do have the traditional L and R buttons there, as you do on like a Switch Joy-Con up there. You do have, when you turn them on, kind of go see what going to be player 1, 2, 3, 4, and it has a little nub there on back, which you kind of use to kind of put in and out of the Switch itself. So it's pretty neat to see these wirelessly from Nintendo. I know that there are wireless NES controllers, but it's nice that these are full-on legitimate Nintendo ones. They do kind of stick out a little bit, but so put the Switch there, and when you put them in, you do have to kind of watch you with these nubs that are on back. Those always will go on top. So I almost broken right out of the box trying to put these in originally, because they get a little finicky. So looks pretty weird. It actually functions, believe it or not. For games wise, new games, you can, well, first of all, let me say you can actually navigate the menus with these. So, up and down, right, left, when you're scrolling through the menu screen. And I suppose any new games you can use, as long as the new or indie games, I would imagine, are kind of, if you have some good retro-inspired ones, anything that uses the Joy-Con separately and A and B only, you can pretty much use these for. If you have to use, Y and X and some other things, probably not going to be too useful in there. I did try it with that Bloodstain game, Curse of the Moon, so that Castlevania-inspired game. And it kind of works, but we need more buttons, unfortunately. So let's power it on here real quick. I'll just kind of show you a quick little thing here, and I'll get this Joy-Con, quotations, going here. There's me, there's my Bloodstain that I was playing here. So I'm just going to be using this for a couple moments. Again. So as you can see, kind of navigates pretty well with the menus. There's some of my games. I look forward to trying it with maybe some Super Nintendo games might work. I know maybe some of like the Mario All-Stars, because you really only use the 2 buttons there. And I'm assuming there's a few other Super Nintendo games that really only use A and B mainly. So the Sega one would be pretty neat, but we're missing one button there. But I would imagine some games like Sonic, maybe Vector Man, could be pretty good. Nice to navigate YouTube with that as well. Haven't tried Super Mario Bros. 35, but I do know that you need an extra button or 2 with that. So I'll just go straight to the Nintendo Entertainment System and pretty much call it good. I've showed you what needs to be shown. There they are. You can get them. But yeah, like I said, I thought I'd show these off because there might be some people that don't actually know you can get these controllers with an online membership. They are $59.99 US, obviously a couple extra dollars for shipping. And again, they do have wireless Super Nintendo ones. And we'll be taking a look at those probably in the near future. So I gotta go Mario 3. You know, that's one of my favorite games of all time. A little bit of a glare, sorry about that. And again, working pretty well. I like that. Oh yeah, definitely good times here. It's so much better playing with an actual like NES controller for something like this versus the Joy-Cons. These work pretty well, but they do get a little bit cramped. Depends on, you know, they work, but highly recommend these. So as far as, you know, whether they're going to be collectibles or not, I don't know. I think that they're pretty neat to have regardless, and I know that as long as the Switch does their online stuff. So that's going to be a question as well. Maybe we can discuss it a little bit more in the comments. Otherwise, that's a whole video of itself once the Switch gets on in a few more years. Will they still have the NES online service? Can you still have these downloaded on the Switch? Will these be just irrelevant in a few years? Hopefully not. Hopefully they'll always have that Switch service, or when they decide to maybe not do it anymore, maybe they'll have anyone who is a member at that time just be able to download the games themselves onto the system, and you can always keep them forever versus the streaming option. So a couple things to think about, but I highly recommend them. These are the real deal. They're not the cheap wireless knockoff third-party controllers. These are legitimate. They have a nice weight to them. They feel exactly like the NES Classic controllers of yore. And that will pretty much do it for me. I'm going to dock the Switch, and we'll see how they look docked, because this is how they're going to be charged in the future. So yeah, they do stick out there a little bit, but it looks silly, but it also looks kind of neat at the same time. So thanks everybody for watching, subscribing, liking the video, etc. And we'll see you next time.